You know I can't even hear my TV in here, Ray. Do I gotta turn my TV up to here? Don't ignore me when I'm talking to you, bro. You hear me talking to you?
Yeah.
Alright, don't ignore me, man. I mean, I don't mind you listening to whatever you're listening to, but don't blast that shit and disrespect me like that, dude.
I definitely wasn't doing that.
Alright, well, thank you. I do got some headphones if you need some, brother. What up, Ralphie? Wow. Ha ha ha. What's up, Rip? What's up with you guys, man? You guys are funny as hell. Got a little bit of jet lag. Ralphie, what state do you live in, Ralphie? How you doing, Rip? AZ, what's going on, Rip? You alright? Man, I'm good, man. I just got back from a little trip over the weekend, so I think I got a little bit of jet lag. Not a lot. Yeah, I just got back from Chicago. Just got back from Chicago, Ralphie, over the weekend. You talk about cold. It was snowing out there, bro. This is Fishing Planet. We just happen to be fishing at nighttime. And we're in kind of a crappy time of the day. I might just advance because I really don't want to fish at nighttime right now. I just started the game. I kind of wanted to see if I can catch a couple of fish and fill my basket up and get some money real quick before I leave because I don't have nothing in my basket. I only need $2,000 to stay here again. Let me see how much money I got. Oh, I got 28,000. I got enough. But I mean, I'm still in a I'm not in the peak time, but I still can catch fish. Let me see if I can catch one or two more fish. Man, it's only 60 degrees out there, Ralphie. That ain't shit. 60 degrees, Ralphie. Are you serious? Hey, Ralphie. I went on a plane on Thursday, right? I went on a plane on Thursday, and we left Vegas, and they said, it's 50 degrees in Vegas right now. We'll be in Chicago at so-and-so time, and it's going to be 4 degrees. 4 degrees. That's how cold it was out there when we got there at night. 4 degrees. There we go. At least I got a fish. Rip, where you at, brother? Where you at, Rip? Oh, okay, yeah, I hear it's real cold out there. You know, I got Demon King out there. I got Astros out there in the UK. You know what? I really didn't understand ice. I ain't never been out of, I mean, like in super, super cold weather, like in Chicago, like that during the winter. Never been there. And when it snowed and I walked outside the hotel room, the whole road, like on the outside, is all iced up. Like when you walk on the asphalt, you got to be careful. If you're walking to your car, you're gonna slip on your motherfucking ass. For real, because that shit is frozen over. It's like walking on a skating rink, for real. Snow's okay for just a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just a minute. If there's snow on the ground for more than 3 or 4 days or a week, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean, I'm not with the program. You know, if it snows hard, and everybody's able to have a good time in the snow, and the kids are able to play in the snow, and it snows deep enough to make snowmen, and the kids can have fun, and it just happens to snow right around Christmas or something, man, that's beautiful. But anything after that, man, no sir. No sir. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, bro. Yeah, you gotta go up. You gotta go up to the mountains one time, Ralphie. You know, go up to the snow one time. And the funny thing about it is, you live in Phoenix or somewhere over there. All you gotta do is go to Flagstaff. Go up to Flagstaff and go snowboarding or something up in the mountains over there. Um, when For Honor came out, Rip, I played it for a minute, like really, literally like 60 seconds. I don't know. There's certain games, especially shooter games. There's certain shooter games that you know, if they're not anything like SOCOM, I'm not a Call of Duty guy. You know, I'm really big and critical on shooter games. And I think a lot of the shooter games that are out nowadays that have been out, Call of Duties and the Battlefields, they don't compare to the Star Wars, but they did come out with a game called Ghost Recon. I do got Ghost Recon, Rip, if you want to play Ghost Recon. As soon as my buddy Stephen PB logs on, we're going to go play Ghost Recon and kick people in the head. What's wrong, baby? You play Ghost Recon, Rip? Oh, you little fucker. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't know how much you like shooter games, what kind of shooter games you were into. I don't know if you're into like a clan war type of a shooter game, if you did any type of clan wars. If you did any type of shooter games with any kind of clan wars, this particular shooter game is a clan war based freaking game. Every time you play the game, you're playing 4v4. You're probably playing against four guys that know each other, that play each other. So it seems, and they're probably good working with each other. So if you go into a game, me and you, Rip, and we go and we play against two random players, we're going to be at a disadvantage, big time, because those guys on the other side are basically a clan war based team over there, and they play with each other 24/7. So, you know, they should have made it 16 on 16. That's what they should have did. So I wouldn't recommend to go buy the game. If Sony wanted to offer it for free, you know, then I would definitely say, hey, go get the game for free. If they offered it for $9 or $10, I'd say go get the game. But anything other than that, I wouldn't suggest go get Ghost Recon until they fix the fucking game. They got helicopters and tanks and cars and vehicles with turrets on them and shit like that, and you can't even use them. What's the idea of making a game where you can't even use the helicopters and the vehicles and stuff like that? In combined assault in SOCOM, Navy SEALs, you were able to use vehicles, you were able to use boats and trucks with turrets. How come in 2017 you got a beautiful game like Ghost Recon, but you can't make it with with the helicopters and the planes and do convoy, you know, do extraction, do stuff like that, set it up like that. The graphics on the game are absolutely phenomenal. You know, the graphics, and in my opinion, the shooting don't get any better in 2017 on Ghost Recon. Really. There's obviously a little bit more fine tuning that they can do in any game. I think they can always do more fine tuning in any game, but as far as shooting and the way the game is, see, the problem the problem is they didn't spend enough time on it before they released it. They just came out with the game and said, here, we want to try to make that money. Maybe our investors are whining. Who knows? But we got to make that money before the other games come out, and we ain't making no money like that no more. It took them 7 or 8 months to come out with a PvP. 7 or 8 months. You know, when you come out with a game, you should already have that game matched up for PvP. You should already have that game matched up with whatever little players has 16 on 16, you know, or within 30 days you come out with the player versus player. But you have the player versus player full blown 30 days after the game comes out. You don't come out with a garbage 4v4 tactical clan war based game every fucking game. Every game you're playing 4v4, which is all clan war. You can't make a game like that. You know what I'm saying? 7, 8 months after the game's been out. Come on, man. That should have been out the day that 4v4 tactical should have been out the day the game was released. And then they should have came out and opened up a 16 on 16. Astro, what up, bruh? Oh, I didn't pre-order Red Dead Redemption, but I love that game. I don't even know the release date on that game there, Ralphie. Well, you know, Astro, I've been with you watching your stream. You know, I was sitting in the damn hotel room watching your stream, you know, on my phone. You know, I made a video. I got a video of Michael Jackson's house. I got it on Facebook, but I want to transfer it over to YouTube. Got to figure out how to do that. But I'm not going to connect my YouTube account to my YouTube account so all these people can blast me on my Facebook. I'm not going to do that. Oh, so we got a lot of time. Hey, I ain't gonna pre-order nothing that's motherfucking 6 months, 8 months away, Ralphie. I'm just saying, I'm not. You crazy, man? Pre-order a game that's 10 months away. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, Astro. Transfer it over. I gotta figure that out today. I couldn't do it from my phone. You know, I couldn't do it from my phone, so I'm gonna see if I can do it from my computer.
She found my fucking, like, she said she was the one that she found my Facebook on people we made up. On Facebook and it's not my name. Yeah, but this one's not linked to my phone number. Yeah, I just found my phone number. But my Facebook is linked to my phone number. We were thinking because
I got Facebook on my computer, Ralphie. The video is on Facebook. I'm assuming if I go to my account under my Facebook that I can save it to my computer. I think I got it saved on my phone already, but I got to save it to my computer. Hey, what's up, Ben? How you guys doing today? What up, Ben? Ben McCann. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you out there in your side of the world. Welcome to the stream. We're about to advance. You know, we're gonna throw this out there one more time and see if we can catch one more fish just to pay for our day. Before we left on Thursday, we didn't get enough money. We were messing around with the kayaks and stuff like that, so we didn't get enough money, you know, to fill our stringer. We didn't even have no pounds in here. I just caught a couple of fish to equal 53 pounds real quick. So I'm gonna try to catch one more fish. Man, that's good, Ben. That's beautiful, man. You know, that's real beautiful, man. Let me get one more fish. I'm waiting for my man Stephen PB to log on so I can play some Ghost Recon. I might be able to play Ghost Recon right now. I'm gonna see if my buddy's online. If my buddy's online, I know he's playing. Well, you know how long Chet has been going on top of that goddamn thing. Is he on top of the scaffolding right now?
Yeah, there's only 3 hours left. They put Channel 5 put the Raiders on blast. They said, "Is anybody from the Golden Knights or the Raiders have been here?" And they said the Golden Knights had.
Well, the Raiders ain't even has anybody from the Raiders supposed to be here when they ain't fucking playing football yesterday.
Because there's Raider company out here already.
Right.
And Channel 5 been blasting Raiders.
Well, I mean, yesterday was football. I don't know.
Guess what? I'm sure they got somebody in that office here somewhere that can go over there with a little check or something.
And slap some money. Oh, I feel you. I feel you, honey bunny. I'm with you on that one, baby.
They got like 5,000 bikes.
You know, that's freaking awesome. That's one thing I will say that KLUC in Las Vegas, their music is gone shitty shit. But, you know, they used to be like a cool little fucking radio station to listen to in the morning time. They just fucking fell off, in my opinion.
They were 2 trucks away from. There were 2 or 3 trucks, semi trucks away full of toys, but the news guy said there was 5 trucks waiting to get in.
Why? So they got 2 extra trucks over? That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
And they were $1,300 off of the money/gift card thing.
Well, I hope that the kids, I hope that all them bikes and shit really get distributed all over this community.
It's 77 charities.
Wow, 77 charities. That is freaking phenomenal. But then how do you have 77 charities in Las Vegas? Damn, can I start up a charity? Can I start up Mike Tyson's Need to Get Hungry Food charity? Mike Tyson's My Girl Needs New Clothes charity? I mean, anything. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Slip me some charity. I want some charity. Say, how many charities?
77.
Damn. You seem to think that they donate to like 5 or 6 charities or 10 charities. They donate to 77 charities. Hey, I can't hate on them.
And it might, you never know, it might not just be, it might be going to other places in Nevada.
Right. Let me get out of this nighttime fishing, man.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, Mama.
Go ahead.
Just hill.
Well, let's see how much money I made. Oh, I made $500 over. That's what I'm talking about. So I did make enough.
All three.
Where's my fishing buddies at, man? I'll check to see if No Respect is on here. Where's No Respect? No Respect, you gotta be on. I'm gonna call you up right now.
Good boy, Nana. Good boy. Good boy. Look at yoga.
We ain't headed to nothing like that. Any of you guys playing PlayStation right now? Baby, look. 6 years old, reviewing toys online, making millions.
Making millions, I know. I seen them before. Making mills.
That is hilarious.
He's already set up his life by the age of 4.
You know, the funny thing is look at his nationality. You know, it's like a little genius. You know what I'm saying? Little. Obviously, you know, his parents' idea, but the kid has obviously got a little bit of a head on his shoulders.
Well, he gives reviews and the commentary. Something about the news. It's like, all you gotta do is watch 1 hour of it. Keep going shit over and over.
Well, I think every hour, baby, they refresh what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good because, you know, not everybody's awake at the same time, but the ice bar is really cool. They keep showing that. The Mandalay stores, shops, or whatever. It's called.
You know what?
Which one? Brown ones? I only know where these white ones are, the clear ones and the reds. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get my dojo. There them goes. There them goes. Oh, baby thought I was gonna drive Tap's truck around, really?
I was just kind of messing around with you, baby. You know, I kind of been messing around with Tap a little bit. you know, we've been kind of, you know, needling each other a little bit. Not really. See, Tap.
I'm like, don't put me in that position thinking I'm gonna be out.
See, I'll ask Tap questions, and he gets like, you know, like short-tempered. But then I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? It's like I think I said something to him, and you know, he said, "Well, Sky, we're going over here." I'm like, "Well, I don't know what we're doing." You know what I mean? You get frustrated if I ask you or something, you know. So, you know, I mean, I just kind of brush it off. So, you know, we went and had pizza yesterday at the fucking spot. You know, I was needling him about him, you know, about his Cowboys. And, you know, I mean, I love my man Tap. He really, that man is a true giver.
Yeah.
He is a true giver. And I mean, a true giver. You can't, he's not, you know, he paid for nobody's trip, right?
I kind of figured.
You know, I want to say that South was about to go to jail because South got into some trouble, and I think Crowbar got in some trouble, and now they had some cases. So South was about to get his bail revoked. Talking about if you don't have that $180, then your ass is going to jail, buddy. So what they do? Tap and put money together to keep motherfucker South out of jail. You know, I mean, I can't speak.
Is he still talking to Crowbar?
Who?
Tap.
Crowbar won't speak to nobody, dude, other than maybe Smiles. Crowbar is on duck mode right now. You feel what I'm saying? He got in trouble with the police, right? So now because of the Sin City incident before, now all of a sudden he's nervous that they're going to come and check his house. So he takes all the colors and he hides all the colors in the storage. Now he won't answer the motherfucker. He's got like 6 or 7 sets of colors. Now he's hiding and not answering anybody's phone call. You know what I'm saying? But they had a meeting on Wednesday before we left about getting the motherfucking colors. Got Wall's colors, got motherfucking MLJ's colors, got Mexican Loco's colors. He's got my colors. He's got Double Down's colors. And I think he's got another person's colors. Yeah, his intention was just to implode Las Vegas, but you know how many people were in Gary? You know how many Las Vegas? We had 9 motherfuckers in Gary. 9 or 10 people from Las Vegas in Gary.
Really?
Yeah. We had 2 females. Wall brought 1. Tab brought his girl. And then there were 7 of us. And we were probably, shoot, we were 7 deep coming from Las Vegas just for a birthday party. So, I mean, it wasn't like...
This girl don't look like she was very happy. Or she just, like, always has that look on her face.
She always has that look on her face, man.
Okay.
And, you know, I had said something to her. I was like, hi. I think when I don't know when I saw her. Maybe when I got in the car. And she kind of like, when we were going to the airport, and she's kind of like, hi, Sky. You know.
Very pretty girl.
What'd you say?
Very pretty.
She's very nice. She loves her some Tap, though, boy, and she's very protective over her man.
Well, of course. Baby, you don't think that she don't heard and know about his past? Come on now.
Wow.
Don't you think that she don't know some fucking other fucking bitch try to slide up in there?
Yeah, but you know, Tap's really respectful ever since he's with us. I haven't heard nothing.
He must really like this one, considering he's living with her. They're living together in a house.
In a house together.
With her kids, right?
And they claim she says my husband. They ain't married, but she says my husband. I'm saying to myself, hold on, when they get married? If they had got married, I know I would have been invited to the motherfucking wedding. They ain't married. And if they, you know, if they are, Tap, if they, I don't know, but if they are married, if they are married, he was on some stealthy motherfucking, let's go to the motherfucking Elvis Presley motherfucking wedding chapel. And they got the blood test right there, boom. Let's get married in 15 minutes.
You know, my thing is, how legal are those?
Well, if you get a blood test, they're 100% legal.
I just don't understand. Because, you know, Nermina's back from, remember I told you she was in Bosnia for months and months?
Right.
Well, she's now back with another Bosnian dude. I'm like, how many fucking times can you get married?
You talk about a Bosnian?
Yeah, she's with the Bosnian guy.
Well, I don't know Bosnian. They probably they're go ahead.
But she married that first Bosnian guy. supposedly divorced him, then married Chris. They went out here to, Wendy even went to their little courthouse or
Look,
whatever.
if you're in another country and you get married, I don't think that it transfers over unless you bring your papers over and register as a married couple in the United States. But if you get married out here, you're already on paper for being married.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what
but
I'm saying?
She actually married Chris because Wendy even went to the wedding and everything. And I want to say it was at the courthouse or one of those little spots.
All you have to do is you go down to the courthouse and I think you show your ID, and I don't even think you need a blood test these days. You just go down to the courthouse and you get whatever little paper that they give you, and then you go to the little motherfucking little chapel of love.
If she had put something, and then her sister came into the store the other day with Azra, and she's like, "Don't put it on social media." I'm like, I looked at her, I said, "Your sister's already put that she was coming home." I said, "Why do you think I'm not surprised to see her daughter's right here?" I think she's doing it because she's like, "Oh, we don't want Chris and his family to find out." I'm like, well, I think it's a little too late for that.
Well, first of all, you ain't got to say nothing. Be like, "Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Whatever happens, that's on you guys."
That's what I said. That's not really none of my business. I just said, tell your sister I said hi and to come see me. Come by and see me.
Yeah, she making her own money. She lives her own life. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And don't create any negativity and be like, "Hey," you know. Some people be doing that though. That's probably the reason why she said something to you.
Well, yeah, and you know, I don't care whatever happened, but I don't agree with them trying to keep Azra from her dad. I don't think that's fucking cool.
Oh, is that what's happening right now? Ramirez?
She was in.
Where's the baby at?
The babies, they're both home now, but they were in Bosnia for months.
So she left without talking to Chris?
Well, because I guess she like disappeared. She left him and was hiding out for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, man. You don't need to be hanging around women like that, boy. Remember when I told you about her in the beginning? No, but you remember when I told you in the very beginning about her? Remember when I told you? I said, you know what? That's the kind of person that I don't want you hanging around, baby. Well, I can understand that, but then, hold on one second, time out. I'm not necessarily talking about her leaving with the baby.
Yeah.
I'm talking about her going and getting married in Bosnia, then coming back and being with Chris, and then marrying Chris, and then going back to Bosnia and marrying another dude. She just
I don't know if she's married.
Well, you heard that though, right?
No, I'm just
Did you hear that?
asking because she supposedly says her fiance.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But I was like, I think her parents trying to set her up to get these men out here. That's what I've always felt.
Look, you need to stay away from just saying hello to her and spend
like,
time with her little daughters.
You know what I mean? I almost feel like they get family friends that they're trying to get to the States or something, and they're using their fucking daughter as a.
They might be.
I swear that's how I felt since the first.
They might be, but they ain't gonna tell you.
She had never even met the first one until she went out there to go marry him.
Oh, they look. There's a lot of that going around, and you know you get paid for that. I don't know how much you get paid for it these days, but then there's a process too. You just can't go over there. You have to have, like, I want to say Bill or one of these guys from the Bellagio did that shit. You know, Thomas Liming did that shit. He interacted with this girl. He couldn't get a girl, right? So he interacted with this girl, right? She was from Russia or Ukraine or whatever, right? So he had to interact with her for like a year for like a year. And then he had to go out there one time and spend some time with her. And then after that, I don't know how long after that, he don't even say goodbye to me. And then after that, you can have a chance to bring her over, you know. But
well, I see this one. She was actually like spending time with him. They would show pictures of, they were hanging out, going places and stuff. But the other one, she I think had met him when she went out there and married him. I mean, how do you expect anything like that to work out?
Oh, anyway, back to Thomas Liming. He brought her over here. Cute little woman, blah, blah, blah. He wind up having a baby by her. And then now he says that she's a psycho fucking bitch. I said, yep. That's what happens when you go fucking around with internet motherfuckers that you don't know about, that you think that you, because you can't get no coochie out here in the U.S., that you gonna bring you some nice little submissive ass motherfucking female from another country and marry her and bring her over here when her intentions are to marry your ass, give you some, and leave your ass, and now she's all right for the rest of her life. So she only got to dedicate a year or two of her time unless she has a baby with you, which she messed up. Because now they got a baby and he got to deal with her on a different level now.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
And not only does he have to deal with her, you know, I mean, I think that they're still together, but it's like, Thomas, how's your wife doing? She's a bitch. Damn, Thomas, you brought her all the way over here from damn near mail order bride type of thing, and you bring her over here and then she's a bitch? You know what? You should have thought about that shit, saying, well, I can't get no coochie, so I'm gonna try to get me some American shit and get to know a woman out here in America and get, you know, before I actually jump in and marry a woman, because, you know, you don't know who you're marrying. Am I right? You have no clue who you are marrying and who you getting into that relationship with by interacting over a motherfucking computer. And then they say, oh, we've been talking for 2 years. Yeah, you've been talking for 2 years, and then watch what happens when you live with that person. Watch what happens when you step in that house and you start living with that person and you see that person's bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You see the kind of shit that you say, oh, hell no. This isn't what I signed up for. I mean, the appearance when we talked on the motherfucking computer was, hey, it was all peaches and cream. But then all of a sudden, I got you in my house, and you from Russia, and your bad habits, you be leaving your period panties all over the place in the kitchen sink and shit. No, we don't do that here in America. But that's how we do it in Russia. Next thing you guys know, you guys are fighting. Yeah. I feel bad for him though. But then on the other hand, I don't feel bad for him because I hope it was worth it. You know, I hope him being able to be with a nice woman and, you know, be able to get his rocks off and have a beautiful child and bring somebody over here that is going to have a better life. I hope it was worth it. Real talk. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to catch some fish, man. Hey! What is up with you, Erica Davis? God damn it, what's going on? David's been on my mind lately. I might have to call him.
Yes.
dog at? Well, they can't come home yet. And she goes, we still got to pay the rest of the money on it. And Tab said, yeah, we got to still pay the rest of the money on it. I said, well, how much? I said, well, how much was the dog? They said, it was a lot. And then she said, you want one? I said, I don't know how much a dog was, and I probably don't want a little teacup. I might sit on a little teacup.
That's why I would never want a little dog. I drink too much.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we be accidentally stepped on the teacup and not move. Erica Davis, what's going on with you, Erica? Talk to your boy Mike, man. I'm sorry if you're still here. I just had to take a break. You know,
that wouldn't even want to be nothing why I wouldn't want to have around little kids or nothing.
I can't even get anything in edgewise about any kind of dogs. If I say, oh yeah, Tap, and Tappy cut me off because he don't like when I get on his name about his dog Dallas. So yeah, the only reason why the dog ran away because you named him Dallas.
He was sad about his dog. That's not nice. He was fucking sad about that motherfucker.
He wasn't that sad. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Because he didn't put in his work to find his dog. And he said that he was going to put those pamphlets and those flyers up, and he didn't get to them motherfucking pamphlets and flyers till a week after. Something like that. If your dog is missing, you get them motherfucking pamphlets and flyers out the same fucking day. That's my opinion. You think anybody's going to give up that motherfucking little Dallas, that little cute dog? And then another thing, too, Tap would let him run out the house.
It was a beagle, right?
Hell no.
It was some kind of hound dog?
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was. Oh, it was a terrier, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take these fuck-face dogs out.
Hey, Erica, I think the funnest part about my trip was I went to Michael Jackson's house in Indiana, where they learned how to play music and where Michael Jackson was born. When they were the Jackson 5, I went to their house, took some video of it, and then when we left Gary, Indiana, we went to Chicago and had some New York style pizza, and that was fun. That was pretty much the culmination and the fun part about my trip. The rest of the trip I could have did without. It was pretty boring. It wasn't just a terrier, it was a Cocker Spaniel.
There we go.
It wasn't just a terrier, Erica Davis, it was a beautiful little white Cocker Spaniel. So, you're going to find a young little Cocker Spaniel that's like 1.5 years old on the street, a little cute little white dog like that, you're going to scoop that little dog up. Yeah, at least I was able to make it out there. You're right about that. I do got some video, Erica, on my Facebook of the house. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer that video from my Facebook to my computer, and then I'm going to download that video onto YouTube, so you guys can actually see, you know, Michael Jackson's house also. They normally have a statue. They normally have a statue of Michael on his tippy toes in front of his house. But because I think that it was raining and it was snowing and it was cold, that during the wintertime that they may not set it up like that. A couple of my guys went out to Gary during the summertime, and they had flowers and everything around a memorial type of a thing at his house. Well, obviously it was snowing, so they're not going to put any flowers and shit down on the ground. But the house, it's amazing, Erica, how run down, how absolutely run down this city of Gary, Indiana is. The city of Gary, Indiana looks like a fucking mining town in the fucking 1800s, damn near, where the city maybe flourished at one point in time and it had businesses and people lived there and it had houses, and then all of a sudden people just abandon their houses. There's houses not even a block away, multiple houses that are just totally, the back walls are coming out of them, and nobody's lived in them in 30 or 40 years. You know, I mean, it's just, It's pretty, but Michael's house and the street that Michael lives on, the houses are pretty upkept right there, you know. I don't know how old Michael Jackson's house is. When was he born? He was born 9 years. He was born in, I was 67. He was born in 58. Michael was born in 58. So, you know, you probably think that that house, you know.
1950 or something?
No, older than that, because the sisters, the older sisters, you know,
true.
I mean, Michael was the youngest. You know, you think
40s?
about, you know, yeah, you think about the 30s, maybe the 20s and the 30s, that's when that house was built. Or that's when they moved into that bad boy, maybe. You know, you never know. But they said that that house that they bought, the house that they bought only cost $1,000 back then. That's what they said, $1,000. I don't know if I can live in a city like Gary, Indiana, because everything is so fucking run down. You know, everything is so run down, but it's still a...
couldn't live there after living here.
Yeah, I mean, everything is so run down out there, man. The main drag, Broadway, the main drag that goes down Gary, Indiana, is just, there were shops, and there were businesses over there, and there were houses. There's a lot of that shit abandoned. And then there's a couple of new things that they try to put up, like a Chase Bank, and, you know, they have the University of Indiana over there in Gary, right off the fucking highway on Broadway, you know. So, I mean, they've got a couple of things that you know, they got a sign over there, we're going to bring Gary back up again. Yeah, right. I don't know how you're going to get people unless they just populate the Gary, because there's a lot of landmarks that need to be knocked down, a lot of houses, you know. Clear that area and, you know, bring it back up, because right now it just looks real bad, real bad. And they say the property over there in Gary, Indiana is so fucking cheap to buy right now. So I'd like to buy some property up there. I mean, I would. Just take about fucking 5,000 and just boom, here's some property, boom. Oh, so you were able to see the statue, Erica. Nice. You know, we had guys from Detroit, Erica. We had guys from Detroit come up to Gary, hang out with us. I don't know how far. I don't think Detroit is that far from Gary. God damn it! Every fucking time I get 62 feet, man. I mean, the thing to do would be to buy fucking 3 or 4 big connecting properties near the river, you know, not too far from the fucking lake. That would be the thing to go. Right. We were in Maryville, Erica. That's where the hotel was. I want to say that Maryville is south of Gary, and we were in Maryville. That's where our hotel was. You know, Smiles and motherfucking Grover went. They said 2.5 hours out of the way. Or more, or something like that. And they had to turn around because they were coming from Texas.
Oh,
they said something like they were in Vermont or something like that. Or
what were they doing out there?
Because they don't know, they dummies, and they don't know how to use fucking MapQuest.
They drove out there?
Well, Grover and Smiles were in Texas.
Oh.
Grover is living in Texas with his grandmother right now. He was living in New York. You know, he moved to New York from Vegas back to New York, and then his grandmother was having problems, but they still let him have his colors. So now he's in Texas, but Smiles is 2 hours away from him. So Smiles and Grover.
Where's Smiles at?
Smiles is in Texas, doing garage doors and shit.
Oh, so he don't live out here anymore either?
No, he's just over there getting paid just to do garage doors and shit. Right now, he says he's doing that Houston, Texas stuff.
Oh, from the storms
Right.
and all that. Okay.
Carson Wentz, oh my God, you're in big trouble. Did you watch any football yesterday, Erica? Did you watch that Colts game? Who were they playing again, baby, in the snow?
Buffalo. They were in Buffalo.
Did you watch that Colts game in Buffalo, New York? You know what? If he gets into a fight, he will get sued so fucking bad. That don't even make no sense, man. I don't care how mad you get. When you're a professional athlete and you engage in a fan that is watching a fucking game and you jump into the stands, you will get your ass so sued and you will no longer be able to play in the NFL again, bro.
I think they threw like a hot dog at him or something. That's what it
Man,
like.
if you put your hands on a fan and hit a fan in the face as a professional athlete, you are done. And you're going to have to give half of your money. Whatever you got, he probably going to get half of it. That shit is crazy. Look at that shit. They can't even see. That was the best. The angel, the snow angel in the mud, that was the best too, when they were just throwing the snow up.
Oh, and then it went into overtime too. That's kind of cool. Come on, faggots. I was like, I've been fucking waiting by the door, bitch. I'm sitting right here.
Oh, man, so you missed the game.
You wanna go outside?
Are you talking about grocery shopping or are you talking about like Christmas shopping and doing like some clothes shopping? Is that the kind of shopping you're talking about? You know, nowadays they deliver groceries to your house. You can go on a website, I think, and you can have people deliver.
You go to Albertsons. Albertsons does that.
How does this guy bite my motherfucking line when I'm fucking lighting my blunt? That's some fucking ridiculous ass shit. Hey, baby, you know, I kind of stepped on Raymond today because I want him to understand when I talk to him, he better respond to me. So I just want you to understand that, honey. Yeah. And I appreciate the fact that you didn't say nothing, because you would have probably got jumped on too.
I do want to say something to you. Life just continues to shit on that kid.
Why? What happened?
He fucking lost. He was on his way down to to go do the classes.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his fucking wallet with all his money and his ID and everything. Gone. Fucking gone.
He lost his ID.
He lost his whole entire wallet.
How much money did he have in there?
$400 on his way to go pay for their classes.
You know, you would seem to think, baby, that, you know, if you got your wallet and your money, that you would be a little bit more responsible about it. That's your lifeline and your hub. That should be one of the first things that you protect. Matter of fact, that's the only thing that you protect is your wallet and your ID and your identification. I mean, out of anything in this house, that should be the fuck his phone, his wallet and his ID and
He
everything.
said I would have rather lost my phone.
So now what's the deal?
I told him he needs to go and he's gonna have to try to do these online classes. MoneyTree, I just signed up for that little debit card at MoneyTree. MoneyTree said they'll give him a copy of his identification card. The online thing, but well, he could do the online one, but he needs all his information off of the ID. He just
Okay.
don't.
Well, first of all, what he's gonna have to do, where's his birth certificate at?
You know how
See, now, okay, look, he ain't got his birth certificate, so now what he's gonna have to do is he's gonna have to figure out a way to get his birth certificate to get another ID. How's he gonna get another ID? You can't go with a paper ID. Now all of a sudden, his main priority right now is to get an ID now. His main priority, I was gonna say, go down to the DMV in Las Vegas and get an identification card. Go ahead.
he's going today after work to get that thing from MoneyTree, and then we're gonna sign him up for the online thing because that is his main priority right now.
Okay. Well,
But
as long as you can sign up for it without ID, right?
Yeah, you just have to have the information from your ID, which MoneyTree takes a colored copy of your ID. So he's going down there after work today to go get that copy of the colored ID, so we have the information to do the online thing.
Okay, I am gonna say this, baby. I feel bad for him, but guess what? He's got a support system. His support system is you and me. He's got a roof over his head. The second thing is, he's a grown-ass motherfucking man. We ain't gonna go there about losing your motherfucking wallet as a grown man, okay? You have responsibilities. You got $400 in your wallet. If you can't be more responsible with $400 in your wallet and all your ID as a grown-ass motherfucking man, then you need to deserve what you get, and I hope this is a learning experience for him. You really don't want me to go there when it comes to being hard as a grown-ass man losing your wallet. I don't know what to tell you. You got responsibilities, super duper responsibilities, and all of a sudden you lose your wallet? Come on, man. I don't care what you're going through. You better show me some respect in this house, though. That's all I got to say. I'm here to help him out. Whatever he needs help with, I'll help him. That wasn't it. It was when I was talking to him, he ignored me and didn't fucking respond to me. And you remember when I told you when I talked to you, I told you a week and a half ago when I talked to him, he don't really like to respond to me, right? I told you that. So that's the reason why I checked him right now. When I talk to you, you better respond to me, dude.
See, sometimes you take things personally. His brain is not all there anymore. He does the same thing to me, honey. I know it's not really an excuse.
How many times do I gotta repeat myself to a grown man? Hey, bro, why you gotta have your music up so loud? Can you turn it down a little bit? And then you ignore me and you don't say nothing. If that's the way it is, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna baby a grown man, baby. He might need to go someplace else.
I'm telling you to baby him.
I'm not gonna let you defend a grown-ass man when I talk to man to man. If he was 15 years old, it'd be different. I know you don't like the truth. That's why you get so upset. I come from the school of hard knocks. Okay, I come from the school of hard knocks. That's just me. Shit happens. You know what I mean? It happens. Accidents happen. People lose shit. I've lost shit before myself. You know what I'm saying? I hope this is a learning experience. That's all I gotta say. I hope that he protects his shit a little bit more next time, a little bit better. It's a sad situation. I hope it comes up. How you doing? How you doing, James? You know, it's the natural's mother's instinct to want to console their child. You know, it's a natural mother's instinct to want to control their child. I think, you know, predominantly it's the man's job to do the disciplinary and stuff, you know, but then on the other hand, it's the mom's job also to hold that discipline. You know, you got to hold that discipline. You know, I went through a hard time, right? I was going through a divorce one time, right? I was going through a hard time. People go through hard times. I was going through a divorce, and I was like, man, I called my dad up. My dad, School of Hard Knocks. I called him up, and I said, hey, Pops, I'm crying on the telephone. I said, I'm going through a hard time with my wife, blah, blah, blah. I just want to end it. I just want to kill myself. And you know, my pops didn't give me no, hey, if you do what you do, you got to be responsible for your actions. You know, that's not what I want you to do, and you got to be stronger than that, son. You got to be stronger than that because you are an independent individual, and there is nobody on this world that can make decisions for you but you. Unless you're in the system and they lock you up and wake you up every day and they tell you when to eat. But as long as you're free, you know, you have that ability to make your decisions. So if you make your decisions, you won't have to lie in them. And that's what he told me. And it was a tough experience. Like I was looking for a little compassion. I was looking for a little love. Son, don't do it. I was looking for something, just anything. But he said, you know what, dude? You got to be responsible, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna preach strong shit to me. You know, don't let him get to you. You got to be strong. You got to be mentally strong, cause that's all you got is your mind. If you let him get to your mind, you ain't got nothing. Male, female, people on the outside. If you let them get to you, then that's when you become weak. You don't want to become weak, son. That was it. Ever since then, I'm like iron right now. I'm pretty tough. Mentally, I'm pretty fucking tough. I want my son, I want my only offspring to understand, to have respect, to show respect, to give respect until you don't get respect. If you don't get respect, then you ain't got to give respect. But you always give respect and show respect first. Respect your elders. Respect your parents. You know what I'm saying? I hope my son grows up with those strong morals to be a giver and a lover, not a taker and a hater. You feel me? But anyway, Eric, I was wondering if I was going to see you, man. James Everett, man. Where you at, James? What part of the country you at, brother man? Brother man Everett. What part? You don't live near Mount Everest, do you, Mr. Everett? You know, I was going to log on last night. And, you know, I was on the plane and really just didn't have a comfortable weekend. It wasn't like a comfortable weekend. You know what I mean? We sat in the hotel room and shit. So I think I had a little bit of a A little bit of jet lag last night, so I figured I would just get some sleep. I told Stephen PB I was gonna log on last night, but I figured I'd get some sleep and then wake up in the morning fresh out the box. Fresh out the box, sharp as a tack. Can't wait to go play Ghost Recon with my guys today. You know, kind of wondering if some of my guys could be on so we can go play. Because if I'm playing against three real good guys, it's on and cracking. Trust me when I tell you. Matter of fact, I should call my boy up right now, see if he's home. Because if he's home, we can play some Ghost Recon. Yeah, it's Michigan, Erica. This is my hotspot over here. This is the super hotspot. Links in the house. Hey, thank you, Links. I appreciate that, man. You know, it's real funny, man. I was gone, and I swear I just missed the people that would come on the stream, and I miss streaming and hanging out with you guys, man. Real talk. Really did miss you guys. You know, it was just, I don't know you guys personally, but to be able to interact with you guys and kind of enjoy my game, and I wish more people had the same kind of games I got. That way we can kind of, you know, play the same game. We got the same guys like Stephen PB and, you know, Astro's got the game, and we got guys that have this game. We're waiting for Erica to get this game. Okay, Moth. I got you. I got you, pimpin'. I got you, moderator. I got you, moderator. It's good to be back, though, bro. It's good to be back. Hey, Martha, we gonna go play Ghost Recon today, right? What do you mean you were streaming UFC on Friday? What do you mean? Um, Links. I got some stuff in the works. Um, I took a picture, not a picture. I took lots of pictures of Michael Jackson's house in Gary, Indiana on my trip, but I did take a video, and I posted the video on Facebook. But I've got to take the video. I got to check the video on my Facebook on my computer and not my phone. Transfer that video on my computer, and then I'm going to transfer that video on YouTube. So you guys will be able to see. I'm going to post Michael Jackson's road, or excuse me, Mike Tyson's road to Michael Jackson's house. That's what I'm going to put, Gary, Indiana type of thing. So I don't know when I'm going to post it. I don't know. I might post it like, I don't know. Who knows? I might post UFC live and then post Mike Tyson's road to Michael Jackson's house in Gary. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or I might just put Mike Tyson's road to Michael Jackson's house in Gary, Indiana, and anybody that knows my stream will automatically be there. But then we might pick up some crazy stragglers that might just type in Michael Jackson's house or Mike Tyson's, anything, and then that stream will come up. You know what I think, though? My girl enables. She disables my son. She really does. Because she's such a little fucking softy with him. Drives me crazy. Everybody fucking tells me. Everybody tells me, Mike, you gotta check this out. Mike, you gotta check this out. It's so hard for me to check out new games, guys. So hard for me to check out new games. And the reason why I say that is I'm supposed to be streaming UFC 2 to get these 500 subs. Right now, I should be streaming UFC 2 right now. And I'm fishing right now because Wrath McGrath turned me on to this game. So now I'm spending most of my time on this game when I would probably have 600 subs by now if I never played this game. Hey, Moth, if you really want to, if you really want to, we could probably go. I'll make a phone call to my guy Moth and see. He lives in Massachusetts. I could call him up. I can call him up and see. I can call him up and see Moth if he's playing or if he wants to play. If he plays, bro, he's a level. I don't know. He's probably prestige max. I don't know what he is. He's probably way up there because that's all he plays. Oh, the Brian Ortega fight, huh? I bet you Brian Ortega beat him, huh? Right. Hey, we gonna make you the pimpstress of the world. That's what your name is gonna be. You gonna be the pimpstress. You hear what I said, Erica Davis? We gonna teach you. We gonna teach you. Trust me. I'm definitely not the pimp of the UFC. That's for sure. Shit. But I will say this though. They will know my name on this game. They will know on UFC 3. They will know Mike Tyson. They will know Mike Tyson. All I gotta do is get this goddamn. I need somebody to do me a favor. I need them to check EA Sports Game Face. I need somebody to check EA Sports Game Face for me and tell me if you are able to sign in with Origin. Once you sign in with Origin, another window is going to pop up for you to download a face. If that window pops up and you don't get an error window, let me know. If you're able to sign in with Origin and the next window pops up on EA Sports Game Face, please let me know, because I'm not going to be able to make any created fighters unless they fix that website or unless I figure what's wrong with the reason why I'm not able to download that website. The first page will come up. The first page, EA Sports Game Face, the guy will come up with the blue. It'll say Get Started, or it'll say Sign In with Origin. If you have an Origin account, whatever it is, you click Sign In with Origin, and the next page should come up. I'm getting an error message, so I can't download no game faces. I'm trying to download Bob Marley. I can't download Bob Marley. I mean, I'm getting frustrated over here. What's going on with the EA Sports Game Face? Talk to me, guys. I could definitely make Marilyn Manson, but I got to make sure I got the EA Sports Game Face on point. Like I said, I can't make Marilyn Manson if the EA Sports Game Face is down. I've tried it under Firefox. I've tried it under Google. It's not working. I need some help. Anybody know? Hey, Moth, we need to start setting this page up, Moth. We need to start setting the page up with Nightbots, where it says, please hit the like button, please hit the sub button. I want to say you're from Russia. Hello from Russia. What do you mean you'll make something? Links, talk to Mike. What you talking about, Moth? Yeah, make something, bro. Make something for the page. You know, let's get this page rocking, bro. We got 500 subs and we ain't got nothing good on the page. I'd like to maybe find some pictures of Michael Jackson or excuse me, Mike Tyson. You know, maybe find a couple of pictures of Mike Tyson as the page. You know, Astro's got the page with the little Astro and the stars and stuff like that. You know, we need to get something with Mike Tyson. You know, with Mike Tyson hitting somebody. You know, and that kind of picture. We need to get a picture like that. If I need to make you Moth, if you know how to do that kind of stuff, I can make you the main guy. You know, to go to the site and hook it up. You know, so let me know. But we got to get the page rolling. You know, we got to get the page rolling. Hello, how you doing? Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Mike Tyson's Road and Fishing Planet. We farming pike over here in Michigan. Farming pike in Michigan. We are going to be going to Ghost Recon pretty soon. I keep saying that I'm going to go check and see if my boy's online. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to get my phone and call them, and I'm just a procrastinator to catch fish. I want to catch fish. Trying to catch that big one. Trying to catch that 50-pounder. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch that big one right now. Erica, you need to come and fish with me. Or we need to get Hunter of the Wild, and we need to start out together. You know, Hunter of the Wild. I heard that's a good game, but I'm not. I don't know. I did a little shooting game with the bucks and stuff like that on like a video game, like a tablet type of thing. It was all right, but it would seem to me that it would get a little boring after a while. Wow. They got like a. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it on your phone, Erica. You gotta have a laptop in order to create a game face. I'm getting bit right now. They better bite this motherfucking bait. You know, Lynx, I got a 10-0 hook on here. I got a 10-0 hook on here, so I'm really looking for a big fish, man. I haven't been able to catch a big pike yet. Like a big one. I don't even know how big a pike I got on this map. Lynx, are you still here? I'm going to, I know my buddies. I know I'm going to get bit right now. Once I take my hand on my controller, watch what happens. Watch what happens. Hey, what up, Scott? Nice. Now, do you have enough money to go down to Florida, Scott? That's the question. All right. Let me check and see if my buddy is on. Um, well, you know, Scott, when you go to Michigan and you got enough money, I'd be glad to go to, or excuse me, Florida. I'll go down to Florida with you. I'll show you where the fish are down in Florida, where you catch the peacock bass, and you could rank up as soon as you got enough money to go down there. Even if you got a mediocre pole, you're only catching 5, 6 pound bass. So if you just go down there with a mediocre pole and you just keep grinding the bass, keep grinding the bass, keep grinding the bass, and then you get a bigger fish keep, and then you go back and get a bigger pole, keep grinding the bass, you're gonna have to stay in Florida for days, you know. But try to get down there as quick as you can. Yeah, I caught a tarpon. I haven't been. There's a couple. I haven't been to the Heron Lake. Neherrin Lake, I haven't been there, and I haven't been to Colorado. So I haven't caught those fish, but any other lake, I think I've caught in whatever big fish that they have in there, I've caught their big fish. It may not have been a big one, but I caught one. So, you know, I've caught a tarpon, a alligator gar, you know, flathead catfish. Um, I've never been in Colorado, man. I'd probably like to go to Colorado, check it out, and do some trout fishing down there. You know what I mean? Take some light line with some better rods and reels and do some good light line trout fishing. That would be nice. Well, if you're in Colorado, Scott, you should be able to get them to be able to get that money on them trout over there real quick to go to Florida. I wouldn't leave. I would stay. I would stay, and unless you wanted to go, I think it's on level 26. I wanted to say San Joaquin Valley in California opened up, but I can't remember what level it opens up at. Maybe it's 34. I think that there's one other lake after Florida that you can go to, and you can get a little bit better XP. But then you have to go and buy better rods and shit. You know, you have to go buy a better reel. You know, you can go farm those peacock down there and save up enough money to buy a better fish keep and a better rod and reel. Farming those bass. Man, I'm not getting bit over here. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to change my plug over here. I mean, I am not getting bit for nothing. It's peak time. What's going on around here? What up, Red? What up, Red? You here? Hey, that 6-pound test is fine, man. That 6-pound test is fine catching those peacock bass in Florida. Yeah, that's fine, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to be catching 3-pounders, 4-pounders, 5-pounders, you know. On that 6-pound test, you can catch you a 18-pound fish, probably. But, you know, as far as catching those peacock bass, that's going to be a nice little fight for you. Baby, where you going?
Take socks out.
Like I said, I'll go down to Florida with you, for sure. Will you let me know when you want to go down, and we'll go. I didn't really want to go down to, to Texas. The only way I'd go down to Texas is if I were to leave and go fix my reels and stuff like that. Maybe go buy some stuff over there in the store. That would be the only reason why I'd fish Texas. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can catch largemouth bass in that setup. You know, this rod, I can't speak highly enough for this rod that I'm fishing on right now, this Loki. You come over to Michigan and this Loki rod gives you a nice bend. You know, it catches pretty much any big fish that you got, as long as you got the reel capability that doesn't overpower the rod. This particular setup is a real beautiful setup right now. Your biggest fish is a walleye. How big is a walleye that you caught, Scott? Because you are definitely going to catch a bigger fish in Florida than a walleye. Especially, you're going to catch you a peacock bass that's going to be 8 pounds. You're going to catch you an 8-pound trophy peacock, trust me. And then you're going to get hooked up. You're going to get hooked up with the smaller gars in Florida fishing for the peacock bass. But you got to make sure you have enough bait. You got to use small shiners, Scott. Make sure you buy shiners. Don't forget to buy shiners. You're going to be bait fishing. You're not lure fishing. Oh no, Scott, you're gonna catch that. That's gonna be an average fish is 3. That's gonna be smaller than average. You're gonna catch like 4 or 5 pound fish like it's off the chain in Florida. Like you gonna get like it ain't nothing. Them little 3 pound walleyes. You watch what happens when you catching peacock bass on that setup. My only comment is make sure you got floral. Make sure you got floral line. Make sure you got enough line. You know what I mean? Make sure you got enough line. You know, while you fishing down there, I'll show you where to catch them peacocks, and then I can go catch them. See if I can go catch one of them trophy snook down there. I caught a trophy snook that was on the leaderboard. It was ranked number 5 last month. Right. I'm not a big fan of braid, Scott. If I had a suggestion, I would say take the braid off if you're fishing the peacock bass and put the floral on it. You said you have 6 pound test or 8 pound test, whatever it was. Put 6 or 8 pound floral on it. You do what you want to do, but I mean, I'm going to try to give you the best setup I can. Hold on one second. Yeah, I wouldn't. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Erica, are you here? Scott, give me 1 second, okay? Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't use braid, bro. No, you're gonna get shiners. You're gonna get some money to get shiners. You got a bait rod, Eric, Scott. You got a bait rod. You're gonna use shiners. You're gonna buy shiners in the store, and you're gonna go catch these peacock bass on shiners. That's what we're gonna do. The shiners are gonna get you bit. You're gonna just keep catching these bass off those shiners. You use those lures, you're not gonna get bit like that.
No, thank you.
Well, you better stay where you're at, and you better make enough money to buy another bait rod, and you better make enough money to buy another reel, and you better make enough money to go to Florida. That's your mission right now. You can't go to Florida without a bait rod. I'm not even gonna take you over there. Hey, Scott, have you ever heard of swimming uphill? Hey, Scott, have you ever heard of swimming uphill? Because that's what you'll be doing if you come to Florida without a bait rod. You'll be swimming uphill. You'll be in Florida for so fucking long trying to catch bass, filling up that net. You'll be over here for so long, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You gotta have a bait rod. Yeah, you can catch largemouth bass on lures, but the time it takes you to catch largemouth bass, you would have had 3 stringers full of peacock bass. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hard head makes soft boo-boo. If you don't understand what that means, you might want to look it up. But I'm trying to give you the information. If you want to go down there and you want to catch bass, and it takes you a friggin' full day to catch bass when you can fill your stringer up in 1 hour, do what you do. Have fun. That's all I'm saying. I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink. I told you what to do. Make enough money to buy a bait rod. What up, Red? Make enough money to buy a bait rod. Make enough money to buy another spinning rod. Make enough money to go to Florida. Make enough money to have shiners and have an extra line and stuff like that. And then I'm going to take you to Florida and we'll catch some peacock bass and fill your stringer up in 1 hour. I've never been to Colorado, bro. I told you. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, I haven't been to Colorado and I haven't been to the Neherrin Lake. I think those are 2 lakes that I haven't been to.
I'm gonna be back. I'm going to the dollar store.
All right, baby. Oh yeah. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. You the one that went over there. I don't know what you went over there with, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know if you got the right lures in Colorado. I would assume you got something over there. You said the trout are fun to catch. All you got to do is keep grinding the trout out, bro. That's what I would do. I would not leave that lake until I had, man, I probably wouldn't leave that lake until I had about 30,000. If you leave that lake with 30,000, that'll let you buy a nice rod and reel and let you get over to Florida. And let you buy shiners. If you got premium, you should be able to, if you got premium, you should be able to catch up quick, man. Hey, Red, I don't hear you. I hear something in the mic right there. Kits, mic check.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now, brother.
All right, man. I'm working on that shit, man. The cover page.
Fantastic.
You just want me to put like Mike Tyson Club, the Ultimate Team, like and subscribe, or is that the thing you want me to put?
I don't know, that sounds good, but, be creative. We can always change it, or, I'm sure that, you can figure something out that sounds good. I know that sounds good, You would have to be like, maybe Ultimate Team UFC 3, maybe post it up like that. Slash Fishing Planet, maybe something like that.
All right, man. I'll work something out and send you a picture of a message.
Awesome. Sounds great, my man.
I'll be here, man. I'm just working on it. I'm not talking about this here.
Fantastic. Okay, I got you, brother, man. We'll be here together then. All right. You'll catch enough. You need the biggest one you can get, but make sure you get a stringer. Stringer. You got to get a stringer.
24/7 with Chevron throwbacks for everyone. This hour sponsored by Smith's. Enjoy this holiday season with help from your Smith's Deli. Whether you're looking for a great party platter, a delicious dessert, or a complete holiday dinner, check out smithsfoodanddrug.com/order online. Order today and pick up at your neighborhood Smith's.
Hey, a stringer holds more and bigger fish, Scott. You don't want to get a fish keep until you get up to level 40. Then you can start releasing your fish and be more selective about your fish. But right now, for the most part, you want to get a stringer and pretty much keep all the, all the fish you can keep, because it allows you to keep bigger fish and more fish. especially when you first start out.
I'm Lawrence Ennis, General Sales Manager at Chapman's Warm Springs location, the certified used car center and largest pre-owned Jeep outlet in Nevada.
I want to say at your level, you might be able to get a fish keep for 80 pounds, 110 pounds maybe. You might be able to get a 110-pound stringer, but you have to go to the store. You can't go to the shop at the lake in Colorado. You're going to have to eventually exit. Whatever, when you exit and you go to Florida, you're going to have enough money to buy a stringer. You'll have enough money to buy a rod and a reel, and enough money to travel to Florida, and enough money to buy shiners. That's what you want. You got to make sure you have the biggest stringer when you go to Florida that you can get. So you might be able to get a 110 pounder, 80, 90 pounder, who knows? You have to check, I don't know. I don't think you're able to open up the 220-pound stringer till you get level 31. So you'll probably be able to get a smaller one like 110.
With prices up to 25% lower than supermarkets. And make your holidays easier. Order at smartandfinal.com and your first delivery is free. This week, save on 12 packs of Pepsi, 4 for $10. Selected varieties, limit 4, must buy 4. Only at Smart and Final.
Did you know happy people live longer? It's true. And the best way to get happy is at Subway. But right now, you can get a fresh, tasty...
You know, the one cool thing about it was I got the patch for the boats. They got money out of me. You know, I bought the canoe patch, and they gave me premium for a whole month. So if I can grind Michigan out, man, I could have $1 million. I could have $1 million in a couple of days if I grind Michigan out. You guys are crazy. You're like, no way, Mike, you can't have $1 million in a couple of days. No, I could probably have $1 million in 3 days. If I can fill this stringer up with nothing but pike, that's about 60,000 premium. On premium, that's 60,000. So you're talking 60,000 for 1 day. If I fill it up with nothing but pike, 60,000. You add that up, it ain't gonna take long to get to $1 million.
On amazing gifts for everyone on my list. I got my husband this watch and these headphones. Toys my kids are gonna love. And I found this fabulous top for my mom. It's the same one I just saw somewhere else for a lot more. Ooh, look over there.
Shit, if I did 60,000 10 times in this lake, that's already over 600,000.
Hey, open enrollment for health insurance ends December 15th. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com to get help. Attend the December 15th Holiday Health Fair enrollment event. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com for details.
The weather can wreak havoc on your vehicle. Protect your ride by stocking up on all the necessities at Pep Boys, like all-season floor mats and carpet.
I mean, that fish right there is $2,400.
Blades featuring Champion. Keep your vehicle completely covered with our full selection of car and truck covers and auto shelters. We also have great deals on batteries and headlights. Make sure your ride is prepped for the changing weather. Stop in your local Pep Boys today or shop online at pepboys.com.
Where's everybody at? Anybody else? I feel like I'm talking to myself.
Super easy, super fast.
Scott, where'd you go?
Today and set up a free consultation at 702-800-6000. Ticket Trashers is an affiliate of Demopolis Injury Law.
Oh, okay. I know you here, pimp.
Amnesty for hardworking family people. Choose from any of 1,000 nearly new Hondas, Toyotas, BMW, Ford, Chevy, and more. Plus, interest rate amnesty means you pay the lowest rate possible. Finance your next vehicle with proof of a job, and let lenders compete to approve you for low rates.
You know, if somewhere in there, if you could put super small print, if somewhere in there on that page, on the bottom left, scrolling across the very bottom, that's in small print, that's part of the picture links where you can overlayer it and you put special thanks to my moderators, and then I give you my little 5 moderators names. You know, that would be real nice. You know, special thanks to Ma TV, special thanks to Santino Gonzalez, special thanks to Red Horizons. You know what I'm saying? Special thanks to Cruppy Duppy. You know, you know, you don't have to put Cruppy face, MJ, but you know, special thanks to Cruppy, and put it in real small letters across the bottom. You know, special thanks to my moderators. Boom. And you know, something like that on the page would be really, really nice for me. You know,
Eastside Charleston, east of 95. Westside Desert Inn at Fort Apache. From the gate on one of
I don't know if that's possible for you to overlayer it like that on the main page, but I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do it in very, very small print, Moth, if you know, if that's what you like to do, and you're like an internet whiz on paint, you know what I mean, on whatever you call that, font, paint, however you do that page.
I got you, man. I'll try to do something.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be super big, but if it's like if the page is a darker color, then maybe you just go white letters, you know what I mean, and just put it, you know, because I want the people that watch my stream to understand that I appreciate my moderators on my stream that come on my stream every day. So if there's any way that I can give homage to the people that I love and spend time on my stream, then I'm gonna do it. So if we could do something like that, that would be real nice. And then you could put something on there for yourself, page created by blah blah blah. You know, I mean, if you want to do something like that.
All right. So you want a black background?
A what? Well, it would be a black background would be probably a lot better when it comes to accentuating the letters on the special thanks. Or,
All right.
you know what I mean? What do you think? You know, a darker background, it doesn't have to be black. It could be dark purple or fucking, you know, dark red. You know, dark red with white letters would stand out good.
All right. I got you.
I'm just giving you ideas and suggestions, you know, that maybe you might say, hey, okay, Mike, I'm with you.
I'm with you, dude. Hey, man, you missed that part, man.
I bet you he's a beast. Brian Ortega won, right?
Yeah, man. That's really good. You know, that's
So Ortega, so Cub Swanson was beating his ass, and you're telling me that he got him to the ground, and that's when Ortega shined like a big diamond in the sky. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen.
You gotta show standing up. Like, you gotta hit bricks, and then you just grab his leg. You just like, and you're like, look at the spots on that. He said that you know, he was gonna turn his fucking hair.
And he still had enough strength, though. He still had enough strength and technique and art to do it, though, even after he was getting mollywopped, huh? That's beautiful. That's what you call a super finish. Those are man, I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube. I'm sure they got it up.
I got you, man. I know this page, that you can watch the fight.
Okay. I know Cub Swanson's a hard hitter and he ain't no joke, but you know, if the guy can take a punch, you know, if the grappler can take a punch and the guy eventually gets him to the ground, but Brian Ortega, I had a feeling that Brian Ortega, his technique and his art, he's very, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see the fight, but I've seen a couple of his fights.
Yeah, man, I think looking at Max Holloway, I mean, I know Max Holloway's a beast too, man. He never gives you a back to back. It's all on you, but, you know, I mean, Brian Ortega, man,
Well, I got a couple of comments about Max Holloway and you know, my man, Max Holloway impressed me he so impressed me the fight before this last one, right? He so impressed me, and I was like, you know what? I think that Max Holloway is the real fucking deal. And then he fought an older 41-year-old, blah blah blah. Hey, the thing about Max Holloway is he's got to be able to get into the ring with a guy that has as much stamina, as much heart, and as much technique as he's got. Max knows how to push a guy, and it was just unbelievable how he pushed. I think it was Anderson Silva last fight, right?
Max Holloway?
Yeah.
Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo, right. The way he pushed Jose Aldo into coming towards him, and then he was just like, okay, Jose, come on, this is what I want. And he just baited Jose in to his fight, you know? And, man, I'm telling you right now, you know, when you're hungry and you got that kind of, like, he just wants to fight. It seems like Max Holloway says, you know what, I don't think there's anybody that can beat me. So if you want to fight, let's get into the fucking squared circle right there. Right in the, not the squared circle, but the middle of the motherfucking octagon, and let's not back up, and let's throw blows. And I think that when it comes to Max Holloway, his stamina, man, is just superior. His stamina is the kind of stamina that George Rush St. Pierre used to have. George Rush ain't got the same kind of stamina that he has that when he back in the day, but let me tell you, George Rush had some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stamina back in the day. He still does.
Man, I wanted him to win there because, you know, it's a fucking game for so long there. Just the way he's going out, you know, that long to get the first fight against Max.
Well, you know, a lot of times when you got fighting in your blood, they're fighters, you know, and that's the problem with a lot of fighters. They don't know when to retire because they just have it in their blood. Look at George Foreman. How old was George Foreman when he fought his last fight? I think George Foreman was one of the oldest heavyweight fighters that went out and fought it. God damn, I don't even know how old he was, 48 or I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? 45 years old, fighting a he had to have been older than that. Cause you know motherfucking, what'd you say?
I mean, the veterans, they get a lot of money too. So I guess that's why they're getting big check.
Right. Well, the only person that's really come out, I'm trying to remember what the heck his name was. He's old now, and it seems like he just won't quit fighting, but I can't remember his name. He's a black guy. And I never thought that his record was, I never thought that he was that good. He's got a broken nose. Any of you guys know who I'm talking about? He's probably about 48 right now, 50. I think he's a little bit younger than me. I can't remember his name, but... What?
I think it was, like, there's one guy that they wanted to retire, is that guy from fucking Australia or New Zealand?
No, it's a black guy. I can't remember his name. My mind's on a blank right now. I'll remember his name.
I sent you the link. You can watch it if you want to.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Definitely gonna watch it.
But you know, Swanson reminds me kind of like Conor McGregor. Like, he's really good at striking. Really creative with punches and kicks, man. Like, you don't know what's going to come next and shit. Like, he's really good.
And he hits hard, bro. You know, it's not. He's got power behind his combos. You know, he just doesn't throw like, you know, a lot. I mean, he knows when to throw that foot. That's the one thing, man. Cub Swanson's been in the game for a minute, and he's got a reputation, bro. Obviously, you can see how much he bangs. I didn't get a chance to see the fight, but I mean, that's just him, man. He's definitely a standout. He's a standout. He's a standout like Nate Diaz. He's a banger. I wonder what the hell's gonna happen to Conor. I wonder how long fucking Dana White's gonna keep him from fighting. 6 months? I say 6 months.
That's crazy, man. Did you see that St. Pierre already vacated his title?
Did I see what?
Like, I'm not gonna so, you know, just gave his title back and he came to fuck.
Who, Conor?
St. Pierre.
Oh, he gave his title. Why?
He's not gonna fight in that division anymore. He Yeah, it's supposed to be. But everybody's saying that he wants to fight Conor. So he says that these two accusations, the people that are too big for him, they should not give him a chance to run up weight in his body. It's pretty hard to keep his weight that high. He just, he's just being back his Tyler.
Hey, look, to be honest with you, if you really think about it, what does George Rush St. Pierre have to prove? I mean, if you really, really think about it, he really don't got nothing to prove, man. He is considered the best in the game. He has nothing to prove. But right now, he won the title. Now he'll relinquish that title, and if he still wants to fight and get a belt in another division, that would be even better. That's more icing on his legacy.
Fuck yeah, dude. I would love to see a fight between him and Conor.
You know what? I don't know about that one. You know why I say that? Is because I think that George Rush is a bigger striker. I think George Rush can hit just as hard as Conor McGregor, in my opinion. I think that his combos can hit just as hard. Maybe that one punch that Conor McGregor throws has a little bit more power in it, but I think that as far as combos, especially, well, I would say leg combos, he's a better kicker than, George Rush is a better kicker than McGregor. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You think George Rush is a better kicker or no?
He is, and a better wrestler, and a better grappler. He has his own fucking thing. He could, I mean, he could also get knocked down with looking tired and tired, right? You know how he plays smart, and he's very smart guys.
You know what I want to know though? I'm trying to remember because I remember George Rush losing. Right now, I gotta think about him losing and who he lost to at the time. I might have to type that in, cause you know you think about.
He lost to
Well, we'll see what happens with the next few fights. You know, Max Holloway's partying right now, but I bet you everybody wants to see Max really fight somebody. That's a tough Hawaiian, man. That motherfucking Max is tough.
You know, they already took Conor's name out of the featherweight division. How do you use that?
No, I didn't see it.
So I think it's gonna be a light.
That Conor's gonna be in lightweight?
Yeah.
Sure, you got to get Dana White to approve his ass for him to fight again before he can come back. One thing about Conor is he's unpredictable. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen with him, bro. Real talk. You know, 1 minute, you know, he signs up for pay-per-view 200 or whatever it was, and then he backs out and says he's gonna retire. And then the next pay-per-view, he says he's coming out of retirement. And during the whole UFC 200, Dana White says, I'm not messing with Conor McGregor no more, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as he comes out of retirement, he signs up for big deals. And then, you know, next thing you know, he's fighting Mayweather. You know, I mean, you don't know what this guy's doing, man. He's slapping.
You know, when he started, man, I was really into his guy. That's fighting style. He could be like that. I've seen him change a lot, man.
You're absolutely. He's trying to get paid. In my opinion, he was always trying to get paid. That's why he backed out of UFC 200. It was all about money. You know what I mean? You know, Conor McGregor at the time said, you know what, Dana, you can't do it without me, and I'm gonna show you can't do it without me. I'm gonna retire, and I'm not gonna fight. And then what happened? The next pay-per-view, he wanted to come back. Oh, I'm coming back. How you gonna retire and then come back 6 weeks later, 3 months later? You're supposed to be retired. You come out of it. That's not retirement. That's just a stunt. You know, a publicity stunt to say that, you know, to try to get your way with Dana White and the Fertitta brothers to sign bigger contracts for more money. I mean, I don't blame them. I guess I don't blame them because you know what? You're a fighter and you take a lot of blows in your life. And you know, the one blow that you could take may end your life. So I guess I don't mind fighters getting paid because there's a lot of broke-ass fighters these days, bro, if you think about it. And there's a lot of broke, you know, a lot of them.
You know, it's crazy how much they get paid. You would think it's like awesome, right? Like, it's fighting. No,
You gotta make your way up. You know, you gotta make your way up in fighting. You know, fighting ain't easy. You know, it's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. You know, a lot of art, a lot of technique. You know, you need trainers, you need, you know, it's a lot you need, bro. A lot of motivation and a lot of drive you need to become a boxer, especially a professional boxer. You know, I definitely don't think that the majority of boxers that sign up to box sign up for the money. You know, I think a lot of them think. What?
Boxing is more dangerous for a guy.
No. I think anything that allows you to get kicked, where a kick is a lot stronger than a punch, then it's hard to say that multiple punches to the head, but you can still throw punches and kicks. So the trauma to the head from a kick is going to be more traumatizing than a punch, and the fact that you can use both of them, you know, you're going to take, I think that's another reason too. UFC fighters don't last that long. And if you notice that they don't weather the storm like boxers do. Any professional boxer can be in the game for 10, 12, 15 years. But you don't have UFC fighters in the game for that long. Think about it. You know, you don't have professional fighters in the game for that long unless they're at the top of the food chain. You know what I mean? These guys come in, they fight, you hear about their name. Yeah, you got some Michael Bispings that have been around, and you know, but what happened to Chris Lieben? You know what I mean? Chris Lieben fought for how long and then he disappeared. You know? Oh man, I'm on the wrong retrieval speed. What am I doing?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here. I had my fucking channel for so long. Right.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You know, I'm. It's funny that I should be streaming UFC right now so I can get them subs right there because we're really trying to hit 600-700 subs by the time. I did get some subs on Ghost Recon. Yeah. You know, the one thing too though is we do got good people that come on the stream that pump the stream up, you know, and that makes a difference too. You know, you don't have a bunch of negative people that come on the stream where people come on and say, oh man, the only person that's negative on the stream is Mike. That's it. I'm the only person. That's right. Real Emotions Lounge, bruh. That's what it is. That's what's it. Hey, it's going to be Real Emotions Lounge called Get Good. Or it might be Get Good / Real Emotions Lounge. One of the two.
You know, and that ultimate team bullshit, dude, like you got me into that too tonight. That's why it's not waiting, man. It's not even fair. You start having
That's what I've been trying. And then right now, if you really think about it, some newer players, not newer players, but existing players from UFC 2 might be coming to UFC 2 to kind of warm up. All right, the new game's coming out. You know, you might get a couple of players. But, you know, for the most part, anybody that's playing UFC 2 right now is an avid connoisseur, lover of the game, and lover of the art. So, and lover of the sport. So, you know, they're all good players, man. And guys think I'm joking around when I say go to Ultimate Team. Oh, no, go to Rank Now. Yeah, there might be some good guys on Rank Now, but, you know, go to Ultimate Team and fight those guys with some of your created characters that are built up. But then, you know, the game has been out for so long, and I don't know who has what. I remember I hit a guy one time, kept hitting him. I didn't stun him, kept hitting him, throw combos on him, kept hitting him. All he was doing is getting red. He would let me hit him, put with his hands down. You know what I mean? And there was like, probably happened to me like 2 or 3 times that happened in the game. So because the game is so old, I don't really know who's got what, who's cheating on what. I don't want to play with no cheaters. I want to play a fresh game where they got people watching the game to make sure that there are no fucking cheaters in the game. One thing that I wish that they would do is that they would take out the ability to create racist characters. That's one thing that I wish that they would do. If you want to make Adolf Hitler, I guess you could make Adolf Hitler, right? But don't put the Nazi symbols and all the insignia on him like that. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. If somebody on the game sees that kind of insignia, you should be banned. That's just my opinion. You know, no racist or hateful remarks on there. You know, nothing like that. You know, create your characters and create them in a good way, in a good aspect. Don't create them based on hate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Oh, that's just being creative, Mike. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah, you're right, man. I mean, but also, man.
Right. Troll people for what though? Hold on one second. This is what I have a question about. Troll people for what? What kind of reaction are you looking for? That's what I would have asked him. What kind of reaction?
Just hate, man.
Well, first of all, for you to put it out there like that and then try to create negativity from minorities, that's what you're trying to do. Am I right? You're trying to trigger minorities into being hateful. That's silly. You're a black guy trying to trigger your own fucking race into being hateful against against the other people for what? That's just creating and breeding negativity, bro. They should get rid of all that shit, man. You know, be nice and cordial like on the streams.
there's too many people wanting, you know, I bought some people's grandparents and I have my microphone, you know, I have so to have this awareness, people, grandparents,
Right. Most of them are young motherfucking kids, bro. Most of them. Most of them need to be smacked by their parents. That's just real talk. Their parents aren't watching what they're saying. They're not monitoring with their kids. And their kids are getting online, bro. And they're interacting with all these other kids that are the same fucking way where their kids aren't monitoring. So they get in communities where their mouths are potty mouths and they're 11 years old and they got a worse mouth than a sailor. You know what I mean? F this, F that. Old Gang is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Old Gang is one of the worst potty mouths in the group, and I've had to boot him out a couple of times because of his mouth. And I'm like, hey, bro, you're only, what, 13, 14 years old? You can't talk like that around me, dude. I won't let my son talk like that around me. Why am I going to set another little kid to talk like that around me? I don't think so. Kids don't...
I'm putting special thanks to Astro, Rugby, Latino, Red Eyes,
You're missing Jersey B 420. You're missing Ma TV, which is, you know who yourself. You're missing, I think that's it. But Jersey B 420. Oh, you're missing Ralph Lauren. Did you put Ralphie in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't going. I'm ready to go play Ghost Recon, man. I want to see if my friend's online.
I wish I could patch that game, dude. Same guys that play Ghost Recon. It's Rainbow Siege. It's like this one game.
I can't believe they got Mark hooked on Fortnite, baby. I mean, he's hooked. It's okay, though. Oh, MB Killer's playing. I could get with MB. Oh, there's no respect right there. Why?
Check the smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide machine.
My buddy, no respect. They probably ain't even gonna respond to me. Mike, you don't even want to play Ghost Recon no more. You come in for 5 minutes and then you leave.
What do you think about Donald Trump, folks?
What'd you say?
Do you think Donald Trump's engaged or not?
I hope he does. I think that he should have never been voted in the first place. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, I think the character of a president of the United States has to carry himself in a certain manner and a certain stature. Number one, you're not supposed to be on Twitter. That's an absolute no-go. You got a Twitter fetish, you got a Twitter, something is wrong in your mind to where you are hooked on fucking Twitter and you can't let that go. You are the president of the United States. Number two, I think that if you've been sued more than 10 or 15 times, whether or not you won or lost, then you don't qualify to be president. Because guess what? You got too many controversial people saying that your character is fucked up. That's number two. Now, we don't even know how many motherfucking times Donald Trump has been sued, but I bet you it's over 10, 20, 100, 200, 300 times that he's been sued with his companies. So, if your character is up like that and they judge your character and you've been sued that many times over your money and your character and they filed suits against your personal Donald J. Trump, then guess what? In my opinion, you don't qualify. If everybody is number three, if all the presidents of the United States in the past 20 or 30 years have showed their tax returns and you haven't showed your tax returns to the American public, you don't qualify. Period, point fucking blank. If you haven't paid no taxes in 16 years and you drive around a $2 billion jet, then you shouldn't qualify. Bottom fucking line. So you ask me about Donald Trump, don't get me started.
Oh man, you know, it's fucking sad. Insanity.
One thing that I don't think that, see, the people are sheep in America, bro. People are sheep in America. They're not leaders, you know. And what they're doing is they're closing a blind eye, saying, "Oh man, he ran an awesome television show called The Apprentice, and he runs businesses and he's got a lot of money, so he would be good for the business of the United States because he'll get us out of our debt and he'll do this for us and this and that." Look, first of all, Donald Trump is a narcissist and he's a liar, okay? He's an absolute 100% liar. I mean, like a yellow liar. Like when you talk, he's got a yellow film coming out of his mouth when he talks. That's how much of a liar he is.
Yeah, they're really cynical, man.
Ready for your holiday shopping and earn 4 times the fuel points. Buy here, use there. Save at the pump. Digital coupon from smithsfoodandrug.com. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See store for
Hey, let me ask you a question. How come everything is fake news other than Fox TV? Answer that. Can you answer that question? All the other media stations, let's say all the other media stations are fake news except for Fox. You know anything about Fox News? You know anything about Fox News? Yeah, Fox News and all them guys, we ain't even gonna go about Fox News, but according to Donald Trump, everything is fake news. Well, you know what that is? You know what that is? You know what that fake news is? That fake news is a catchphrase. Okay? Think about this. You understand? Fake news. Oh, my buddy's ready to play. For real. We're gonna go play Ghost Recon. But real quick, talk about fake news. You want to talk about fake news, right? Let me ask you a question. It's a catchphrase, just like crooked Hillary Clinton. Okay? It's a catchphrase, so his followers are in that catchphrase. Do you understand? It's the crooked media. So now it's a catchphrase for all of his followers to follow by. Just like crooked Hillary Clinton. Or whatever he said about Cruz, Senator Ted Cruz. You know, just all the people that goes against him, he is gonna talk smack about. Anybody that doesn't agree with what he agrees with, you know what? I'm gonna say this. If you see a person's character, right, and his character is exposed, are you listening? If you see his character and his character is exposed behind closed doors, how he really acts, his character, how he really acts, then guess what? Nobody can take anything away from his character because that's who he is. Don't say because you were on a bus and you said to what's his name, Billy, whoever his name was on that bus, that you can grab women by the so-and-so, and you can grab them by the pussy, and they don't even, and you can walk up to them and you can kiss them and blah, blah, blah. I just like to walk up to them and kiss them right on the mouth. You know what I mean? And you're a celebrity, and you can get away with it. But he didn't know that he was being tape recorded. That's what he was talking about from his heart, dude. That's what you meant. That's what you said. That came from your heart. That wasn't locker room banter. So when you say that it was locker room banter, that is a political comment to me that says that you're a lying piece of shit. That's how you felt. That's what you meant. You came out of your fucking mouth, not one derogatory comment, but multiple derogatory comments. And you got caught. And you got caught, bro. You fucking got caught like Ray Lewis smacking his girl inside the elevator, bro. You got fucking caught. And now you're trying to fucking say it was locker room banter. Get out of here. How come you have so many women coming out that are Republicans saying that that are Republicans, not that like in the business of being a Republican, you know, or should I say, you know, they like a Republican and Democrat. I'm a Democrat, blah, blah, blah. You know, that come out and say, oh, he was derogatory towards them, and he grabbed him by the butt, and he did this to him, and pulled him in the back of a room. You know, how many of them said that? How many of them said that? A lot of them. You admitted to it. You even admitted to it. And then they come out and say it, and then you call them liars. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what the fuck you're listening to, what kind of information is being given to you, but the guy admitted to doing it. And then the women come out and said he did it.
What about that judge from Alabama, man? Like, this is the sentence. And, like, people think, oh, man, that's it, man. Who gets about that shit? You know, like, it's so dramatic. Both the electric scientists too.
Well, how does a KKK member David Duke down in Arkansas run for senator down in Arkansas? How does that happen? You have more. If you have morals built on hate, then you shouldn't be allowed to have anything that's influential that is considered a democracy in this country. If you think about it, you know, if your morals are built on hate and your name is David Duke and you're going to be a senator in the office of the United States and in the offices of the states of the United States, then there is no way that you're the way that you feel and your influences are ever going to come into these offices, because this is a democracy based on people that are immigrants, people that are of all cultures and of all nationalities. If you believe that white is right and there's no other way, that if you ain't white, that you ain't the motherfucker, you white is a superior race, then guess what? You should be not allowed to run for office in this America, in this United States democracy. Bottom line, because your thoughts are going to be influential on your decisions in your state. Bottom fucking line. I don't care what anybody says. Care what anybody says.
Yeah, man, that's why I say it's fucking sad. Like, it's a shame that people are not in the fucking 60s or 70s.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Even though we have, I want to say that within 100 years, that it's not going to be like that. Maybe a little bit more than 100 years if we survive. If we survive as a people in the next 100 years, and the big man don't come down and scoop us all up, you know what I'm saying? And say all the hateful people get down below. You know, I'm just saying, you know, if that don't happen, if we survive in the next 100 or 200 years in the United States, it ain't gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like that, because there's gonna be too many immigrants, too many mixed races out there, too many cultures out there, you know what I mean? All them people living in the South, all them people owning them houses, they gonna have black and Mexican children, grandchildren, and if they and the people are gonna come to reality, and they're gonna come to fruition and say, hey, you know what? Hey, Grandpa, we don't think like that no more. My husband is Asian. You can't think like that. And your grandchild is half Asian and half white. You can't think like that, Grandpa. You know what I'm saying? That's your blood right there. Whether or not you want it, that's your bloodline. And they'll be like, he ain't my bloodline. He's not my fucking bloodline. My bloodline is Aryan. Well, guess what? It ain't Aryan no more, bro. Guess what? It ain't Aryan no more because it got some motherfucking, it got some Asian in it now. You got some little Asian in you now. You in trouble now, Grandpa.
For sure.
It's happening right now. All the people that are protesting on the street aren't all black. If you look at all the protesters all across the country, they are of all mixed nations, all nationalities, all cultures, black, white, mixed, Indian, Asian, all of them are protesting. You know what I'm saying? It used to be when just the blacks would just protest. We just in the 60s and just brothers would be protesting with Martin Luther. You just see the niggas on the street. But guess what? Nowadays you see the whites on the street backing the blacks up. Because guess what? The whites are integrating with the blacks and the Mexicans are integrating with the whites and bloom, bloom, bloom. So watch what happens in the next couple of 100 years. If we survive. By the way, my buddy says he wants to play Ghost Recon, so we're going to try to get some streamers on Ghost Recon. We're going to go to Ghost Recon there, Moth. I hope you're ready to play with my main man. I love this. I love this guy. I played with this guy for years. Matter of fact, I'm going to call him on the phone right now. I've known this guy for 15 years, and all we did was game. You know what I'm saying? So he loves Ghost Recon, but because I've been streaming UFC, you know, you're going to probably hear him talk shit. You're going to hear him talk shit. Hey, Scott, you want a stringer because a stringer allows you to catch more fish, and a stringer allows you to catch bigger fish. I hope I answered your question, Scott. Let me see where my boy is. Hold on. All right, now look, anybody watching the stream right now, we are going to be going to Ghost Recon. Moth, you ready to go?
Let's do it, bro.
All right, we going to get it in. I know the Kits was in here. That's not, hold on one second.
That's me, Kit.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking Red Horizons. What's Red Horizons' other name? Do you know when he was in the room?
I don't know, man. It's a good thing.
Okay, I got you. You know, all you guys got, about 5 of you guys got different names. You know what I mean? The Warrior got a different name. Stephen PV got the same name. Matter of fact, Stephen, I wish I had Stephen's phone number because he's been saying, Mike, I want to play Ghost Recon. And you remember when we were playing, he said, Mike, you're playing Ghost Recon without me, huh? You didn't want to wait on me. Well, Stephen, you better start logging on, buddy. My buddy's gonna be sending me an invite, guys, in just a second. As soon as that invite comes in, we are going to be going to Ghost Recon, which means that the stream is going to end. We will be starting up another stream, and I'll let you know when I'm leaving, so you guys can hang out on the stream till we leave. Yeah, Moth, we'll get this stream popping, bro. You know what I mean? We'll get this stream popping. Like I said, I wanted to get 700. You know, I wanted to get 700. You know, my main man Astro, you know, he wants to outdo Mike so bad. He wants to outdo Mike. You know, he gives me love. He gives me love on the stream. But boy, he be telling me when he got, all right, Mike. You know, I just picked up 5 subscribers, Mike. How come you lost 2, Mike? He be calling me out like that. Be like, hold on one second, Astro. I'm not looking at your stream like that. Why are you looking at mine like that? Oh, Mike, I just picked up another 50 subs. I picked up another 15 subs. Yeah, Astro, I know your game. You picked up 3 people that got 5 other names. You know what I'm saying? And they logged on under all 5 other names. and you call those legitimate subs. I don't want subs like that. Give me individual people all over the world. That's what I want. I don't want 5 people with the same fucking name. So my appearance of 500 subs is there. And I really only have 200. You know, if I got 500, I want 495.
I think by this time next year, you'll probably have like almost.
How many? You crazy. You crazy. I bet you on anything. I bet first of all, let's break it down to you. I'm gonna break it down to you, Ma. Right now we could be at 600. Right now we could be at 600. If I'm not mistaken, we're at like 468 or 478 or something like that. We're not too far from 500. Okay? If I had been streaming non-stop without this fishing planet, streaming nothing but UFC, we would be at 600 to 650 right now, guaranteed. Guaranteed 100% we'd be at 650. Now, if I were to continue to stream UFC all the way until the game comes out, we could probably pick up 800. By the time the game comes out, we would have 800. 2 or 3 months into streaming UFC 3, we would probably be up to 12 or 1300. So that's like July, talking about 1500 subs.
Yeah, it's going fast.
All right, look, guys, my guy just sent me the invite right now. The stream is going to end right now. We are going to start up another stream, Ghost Recon, right now. Make sure you're there, Moth. Log in right now. He sent it to me. Let's go get it, guys. Log on right now, Ghost Recon, Mike Tyson's Road and stomping people in the head. We're going to it right now, and that's what I said. Let's go.